Hello, welcome to the presentation on the commercially important coral reef fishes. This video will cover the name of the families included, their distinguishing group traits, Philippine representatives, spatial distribution, and most importantly, the adaptive structures and mechanisms. The first family is family Acanthuridae of the surgeonfishes. The genera included in this family are Acanthurus, Tenochatus, Naso, Paracanthurus, Prionorus, and Zibrosoma. The common names of family Acanthuridae are surgeonfish in English, tanks in English, and Ciruanos in Spanish. For its distinguishing group traits, surgeonfishes have a single folding lancet-like spine, which is often referred to as the scalpel, and this is often found in subfamily Acanthurinae. For members of subfamily Nacinae, they have two bony plates, which is found in the same location. Acanthurids have a continuous dorsal fin, and they are often brown or grayish in color. Among the many surgeonfish representatives in the Philippines, the most common found in Philippine markets is Acanthurus mata, or referred to as labihata by Filipinos. The spatial distribution of surgeonfishes is they are often found in the Indo-Pacific. They have been recorded in the Indo-Pacific, South Africa, north to southern Japan, south to the Great Southern Barrier Reef, and New Caledonia, but they are probably located in these areas, the same areas, but also in the east, in the west of Africa, and in the Americas. By 2050, they are most probably located in these areas, similar with where they are located, where they have been recorded recently. The next is family Scaridae of the parrotfishes. In this family, the genera included are Scarus, Chlorurus, Cetoscarus, Boblometopon, and the common names accepted for this family is parrotfish. For their distinguishing group traits, parrotfishes have fused teeth that form beak-like jaws. Also, parrotfishes have large cycoid scales. The Philippine representatives of parrotfishes are Scarus bleakeri, Scarus dimiatus, Scarus goban, and Scarus rubroviolesius. In Philippine markets, parrotfishes are called as mulmol. For their spatial distribution, parrotfishes are found in the Indo-Pacific, north to the Ryukyu and Hawaiian Islands, Western Australia, and southern Great Barrier Reef. They are also located in the eastern Pacific Gulf of California to the Galapagos Islands. They are probably located in the same areas, also considering the Americas and west of Africa. By 2050, they are projected to be located in the same areas, but with lower relative probabilities of occurrence. The next family is family Legendaries of the snappers. The genera included in this family are Lejanus, Macolor, Hoplopagrus, Osiris, Rhomboplatus, and Pinzalo. The common names is snappers in English and jobfishes. The distinguishing group traits of family Legendaries is that first, they have a large mouth. Second, their jaws are usually with distinct canines, and third, they have 10 to 11 spines and 10 to 17 soft rays in their dorsal fin. Compared with their close relative, the fusiliers of the Sasionidae, snappers have large mouths and they are active predators during the night. Fusiliers are zooplankton feeding fishes that school together and are not predatory. The Philippine representatives of the Legendaries or the snappers are there are various. There are a lot. We have L. campechanus, L. decusatus, L. fulviflama, L. fulvus, L. gibbus, L. lujanus, L. malabaricus, L. monostigma, L. quinquilineatus, L. timorensis, but the most common found in markets is Lujanus argentimaculatus. In Philippine markets, members of the Legendary are referred to as the Maya Maya. For their spatial distribution, they are found in the Indo-West Pacific, East Africa to Samoa and the Line Islands, north to the Ryukyu Islands, and south to Australia. They are also dispersed in the eastern Mediterranean via the Suez Canal but not well established. They are probably located in these areas, but by 2050 they are projected to be located in the same areas where they have been recorded previously but with lower probabilities of occurrence. The next family is the subfamily Epinephiles of the family Trinity, or the groupers. The genera included is Epinephiles, Alpestus, Cephalophilus, Pectropomus, Variola, Aniperodon, Dermatolepis, Hyporthodus, Gonioplectrus, Mycoptera, Parathias, Pseudogramma, Gracilla, Saloptia, Triso, and Chromoleptis. The common names accepted for this subfamily is groupers in English. The distinguishing characteristics of groupers is that they have their maxillae exposed and the upper edge of the opercle is free. With regards to the dorsal fin, it has 7 to 12 spines and 10 to 19 soft rays. It is continuous and has a notch. Among the Philippine representatives of the groupers in the Philippines, we have Plectropomus leopardus, or commonly known as lapu-lapu in Philippine markets. Their spatial distribution is they are found in the Western Pacific, from Western Australia eastward to the Caroline Islands and Fiji, from Western Japan to Australia. The next family is family Mulidae of the goldfishes. The genera included in this family are Molus, Molydictis, Openyus, Pseudopenyus, and Paropenyus. The common name accepted for this family is goldfish in English. The distinguishing characteristics of the goldfishes is that first they have two long unbranched barbels on the tip of their chin, and their dorsal fin is well separated, with the first one having 7 to 8 spines and the next one having 9 soft rays. The Philippine representatives of goldfishes is Paropenyus barbarinus, Paropenyus indicus, Paropenyus heptacanthus, and in Philippine markets they are called budbud and served fried or dried. For their spatial distribution, they are found in the Indo-West Pacific and the Red Sea and the east coast of Africa to the Caroline Islands and Fiji. The next family is family Haemulidae of the grunts or the sweet lips. The genera included in this family are Haemulon, Haemulopsis, Pomadicis, Boridia, Conodon, Anisotremus, Orthopristis, Brachydeuterus, Microlepidotus, Isachia, Synictis, and Paraculia. The common names accepted for family Haemulidae are grunts in English and sweetlips. Their distinguishing characteristics is they have scales present on the entire head except for the tip of the snout, lips, and chin. Also, the tip of their upper jaw is hidden when their mouth is closed. The Philippine representatives of family Haemulidae is Plectorhynchus polytania and Pomadysis argenteus. In Philippine markets, these fishes are called as bakoko. In their spatial distribution, grunts or sweetlips are located in the Indo-West Pacific, throughout the Indian Ocean and the Western Pacific, north to China and south to Australia. The last family is family Legendaries of the emperors. The genera included in this family are Letrinus, Monotaxis, Gymnocranius, Natodentex, and Wattsia. The common name accepted for family Legendaries is emperors in English and scavengers in English. For their distinguishing characteristics, the family Legendaries has dorsal fin with 10 spines and 9 to 10 soft rays. The anal fin has 3 spines and 8 to 10 soft rays. Compared with the other families, their cheek is naked and scaly in the remaining and other genera except for genus Letrinus. Among the Philippine representatives of the emperors, we have Letrinus harak, Letrinus lentjan, Letrinus nebulosus, and Letrinus microdon, and Letrinus miniatus. In Philippine markets, they are referred to as bitilia or katambak. For their spatial distribution, emperors are located in the Indo-West Pacific, the Red Sea, Persian Gulf, and East Africa to southern Japan and Samoa. We now proceed to the highlight of this discussion, the adaptive structures and mechanisms of the commercially important coral reef fishes. For family Acantharidii of the surgeon fishes, first is that they have compressed bodies with small mouths. This allows for easy nibbling and probing zooplankton and benthic algae that are embedded within corals and rocks. Second is their scalpel. This is located on the caudal peduncle, and scalpel resembles a knife, often covered with a toxic slime which can be toxic to other fishes. Surgeon fishes can also move this around into modified scale into group for offense or defense against predators. In family Scaridae of the parrotfishes, the first is adaptation is that they have beak-like jaws. Their beak-like jaws are formed by fused teeth into to crop, grind, and crush food and bits of coral. It also allows them to efficiently scrape algae from corals and is even strong enough to result in noticeable scars. Next is their mucus cocoons. Parrotfish have large glands with their gills that secretes mucus cocoon for additional protection. This acts as a protective biopolymer that prevents gnatids from feeding on their blood that allows necessary molecules to penetrate into the fish while still enveloped in mucus. In family Legenidae of the snappers, the first adaptive feature is that they have streamlined bodies. Uh, Snappers are generally known as predators, and having streamlined bodies allows for effective maneuvering in water and making them adept hunters and swimmers. Also, snappers have big molars, which is referred to as the snappers. Snappers are carnivorous species and mainly feed on other fishes, sea worms, and crustaceans, and their jaws-bearing canine teeth are strong enough to feed on the large lobsters and crabs with ease. In subfamily Epinephilae of family Serenidae or the groupers, the first adaptive mechanism or structure is that they have a large head and mouth. Groupers are mostly ambush predators blending in the environment while waiting for their prey. Having a large head and mouth enables them to draw in a large amount of water, dragging in their prey into its mouth in less than a second. Also, groupers have long, numerous gill rakers. This is an adaptation of few groupers like Epinephiles undulosus that are plankton feeders. Numerous gill rakers allow for better filtration and higher percentage of filtered plankton for food. The mesh size of the gill rakers also determines the filtering efficiency of plankton feeding groupers. For family Mulidae of the goldfishes, their first adaptive feature is they have a large pair of barbels on their chin. Most ghostfishes settle close to the bottom of the littoral zone, having barbels that contain chemosensory organs to probe the scent or holes in reefs to detect interstitial prey. Also, goldfishes have the ability to change colors. Some goldfish species are capable of changing color to blend in with their surroundings in search for food or for protection from predators. The yellow-lined goldfish, for example, changes its color from yellow to white while searching for food in the sand in broad daylight, making them less visible to predators. For family Haemulidae or the sweetlips or grunts, the first adaptive feature is that they have prominent thick lips. These fishes feed on benthic invertebrates, and their thick lips serve as bumper that reduces mechanical stress while they are probing the sand for food. In instances where the grunts are inactive during the day in rubble areas, their thick, their thick lips act as seal that allows them to suck prey out of narrow openings. Also, grunts have pharyngeal jaw teeth. Grunt fishes grind their pharyngeal jaw teeth to produce pig-like grunt noises, which they amplify with their gas bladder. This sounds made by their species for communication and oftentimes as a fright response when they are caught. Lastly, for family Latrinidae, they have one noticeable adaptive feature is that it is their molariform teeth. Species in this family are benthic feeders, and some are specifically adapted for feeding on small, hard-shelled invertebrates. So these molariform teeth can grind through mollusks and crabs. That would be all, and thank you for watching.